Okay, we got the. Who's taking you? He's got it right here. You got it? Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, you guys ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me. My name is Theo Bischoff. Please allow me to introduce my partner. His name is Trevor Harrison. He comes from Overland Park, and he originally came to the University of Kansas as a film studies major. And he decided to come to Kansas to pursue his degree because his brother is here right now pursuing a master's degree in accounting, yes. I learned some very interesting facts about Trevor while we were doing our interview 1 week ago. I learned that his favorite movie is Back to the Future Part 2. He enjoys watching and reading the Game of Thrones series. And he enjoys playing cards with his friends in the Oswald dorm because he is a freshman. I also learned that if he had to describe himself as any color, he would describe himself as the color blue because he always found solace in the tranquility and peacefulness of the ocean. So he feels that he could relate to that as a person. I also learned that if he could scissor kick any celebrity right in the face, which celebrity would it be? And if anybody is familiar with the video of Christian Bale during the filming when he was cursing out all the people that were working on set, he did say that was the only celebrity he could think of that he would scissor kick in the face. So I thought that was a great piece to share. However, besides his scissor kicking skills, I think that Trevor would be a great partner to have in this kind of class because he is experienced in speaking publicly and with improv. The last speech that he gave was during the intermission of a play that he gave this past summer. He was in charge of speaking to the audience in order to raise awareness and raise funds for type 1 diabetes, which is what the play centralized around. It's the reason they were putting on the production to talk about diabetes. As I mentioned earlier, he is also experienced in the world of improv. He was the co-captain of his improv club in high school, and he has signed up to be a member of KU Improv. I know we're going to be doing a lot of improv activities in here, and Trevor's going to fit in great with those because he found a lot of confidence in improv as he was growing up. But you know, there's a lot of things that going into making a great partner, as many of you said previously, that don't really come out with fun facts or where you're from or what activities you did in high school, right? So there were three opportunities that began last week today when we conducted these interviews for the first time. I came in on the very first day of class, no pen, no pencil. I was not prepared for class, and before we had even introduced ourselves to each other, for this project, my partner was already offering me a pen to write with for the remainder of class so I could take notes during our interview. Later in that class period, during the same interview that I was taking with his borrowed pen, I totally ran out of questions to ask him while we were talking. I started coming up with crazy things like, what color would you describe yourself as? Or if there was a celebrity you could scissor kick in the face, what celebrity would it be? But Trevor was sitting next to me, and he was coming up with, things that would actually be useful in a speech like this, like hobbies, interests, like what makes you you. So in that way, Trevor was also a great partner. Hours later, after this class, I went into Papakino's Pizzeria on Mass Street, if anybody knows of that place. And I walked in with the squad, you know how it is. And I see sitting in the booths over as I walk in, I see my partner, who I had only just met hours before in class. So I didn't say anything to him. We had only talked for class. I left as soon as we were done. I went over to him and I was like, dude, how you doing? And I put out my hand to shake his hand. And he shook my hand back. That's not always a given. So I had only known this guy for about 6 or 7 hours, and here already, were 3 opportunities he had to tell me to screw off. With a pen, with the questions, and at Papakinos. However, he came through and helped me out in all 3. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my partner, Trevor Harrison, who brings with him to this class the versatility of a tuxedo t-shirt. Whereas you can wear a tuxedo t-shirt at a wedding, at a funeral, you can wear it out to the bars, it's pretty much good wherever. So, if you need somebody to go spring break in New Orleans, you have a project tomorrow that you need somebody to look over, I suggest Trevor Harrison. Thank you.